Hey, today we're going to be looking at a nice little trick to make your bass lines slightly more exciting. Right, here's a loop I've been working on that I need to put a bass line to. So I've written a bass line, found a sound for it, and it sounds a bit like this. Okay, so I'm quite pleased with that, but I think I can do something a little bit more interesting with the sound. Obviously, we could do all sorts of stuff like put some effects on there, but there's a super cool trick I'm going to show you to make it really sound cut up and glitchy and super funky. So first of all, we're going to load a whole load of other bass sounds onto the following tracks. Okay, so you can just go to your browser, in Sounds, search your bass folder, preview some sounds, and the ones you like, just drag them over and put them onto some new bass tracks underneath the track you've already made. Okay, brilliant. So once we've done that, you can do it with 4 or 5 bass tracks, doesn't really matter. We're going to take the loop we've made and we're going to cut it up into small segments. So each segment only has one note in it. So to do that, we just need to highlight a little segment and do Command E or Control E. This doesn't take as long as you think it might do. So just going through these, if you highlight a whole bit of a segment and then do Command E, it puts a cut at both sides. That bit, so I'm just highlighting them. Oops, made a little mistake there. Highlight it again. Command E or Control E. If you make a little mistake when you're doing this, just remember Control Z to go back. Okay, brilliant. So I've cut that clip up into into all the individual notes. It'll still sound the same, but we're now going to copy that clip, all those individual clips, onto all the other bass tracks. But before we do that, and here's where it gets super sneaky, I'm going to highlight them all and mute them all. So to mute them all, just press 0 on your keyboard. So 0 on the keyboard mutes all the selected clips or unmutes them. So mute them all, then copy and paste onto those other tracks, okay? And then we're going to go through, and for each note, we're going to unmute in a slightly random fashion one track, okay? So just unmute one track for each note that was played. So there should only be one track unmuted at a time, okay? And for the moment, I'm not going to worry too much about how I do that. Just trying to use all the sounds, be a little bit random so it doesn't always go in the same order. Okay, nearly done. Okay, and now our bass line will sound like this. Okay, there you go. So once you've done that, you can obviously go through and mess around a bit more with it. So I'll just miss one out there. Let's just put that one back in. You can go and mess around, try different note combinations. If you think you don't like one of the bass sounds, swap the bass sound out, and just keep messing until you get something you really, really like. Okay. Here's one I made earlier in true making things fashion, and it sounds like this. Cool, and just to remind ourselves, here's what it sounded like before we'd done that, which was the original bass line. And once more with our new sounds. Loads funkier. Thanks for watching. Cheers.